Hello and welcome to today's seminar where we are really pleased to introduce AIA and TAL to the North platform. My name is Stephen Rysdale, National Development Manager for AMP Australia, and alongside me today I have from AIA Michael Watts, Senior Client Development Manager, and from TAL Bo Riley, Head of Licensing and Partnerships, and Stanley October, Product Manager. The emphasis and objective behind today's webinar is to really hone in on the value that AIA and TAL bring to the North platform, not just to your clients, but to you and your business. And in an ever increasing, growing and changing environment that we're experiencing in our profession, we're also going to get some insights into what that future value is going to be. Now, we would invite you to answer questions on the way through the webinar. You can do this using a dialog box, which is on the right-hand side, midway down the screen. Without further ado, I am now going to pass you straight over to Michael Watts at AIA.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you to the listeners for taking the time out today. I want to start with an overview of AIA as a brand and as a company. An interesting fact that not a lot of the audience would be aware of is that AIA was founded 100 years ago, celebrating our centenary last year, and operates in 18 global markets with a strong commitment to the Asia-Pacific region. The AIA Group is actually the largest multinational life insurer in the world and the largest listed company on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. As you can imagine, this claim to fame is no mean feat, and also a responsibility that we at AIA Australia take very seriously, insuring over 34 million individual policyholders and 16 million group members. Locally, we have operated in Australia for 46 years and have a large presence in the retail and group markets, which we have been recognised for. We currently insure over 3.8 million Australians and are a locally operated business with a global backing. This makes AIA Australia the perfect fit for AMP North, who are an established, recognised and quality platform, which allows us to provide best of breed to clients together. We at AIA are extremely excited about this new relationship and the ability to complement the existing strength of the AMP offering with that of our own. We hope that in partnership with the AMP Mine North network, that we can further assist your business with not only a strong and sought after product solution for your clients, but also a simple and seamless advisor experience to ensure you and your business benefit too. Unique points of difference which benefit clients can be split between product definitions and features, structuring options, along with our unique wellness program. The benchmark for definitions across our industry has significantly lifted, which is great for the consumer, but harder for us to differentiate. AIA is known for its innovation and unique features. Starting with our accident-only cover. As an advisor and client, it's incredibly frustrating to go through the financial planning process, only to find out that the client is unable to be insured due to their occupation or medical history. Our accident-only cover allows clients to leave your office insured with a benefit that covers accident only across life, TPD, and income protection. Premium structures are typically seen as a choice of two. However, at AIA, this is one of our biggest differentiators. We are now seeing a shift in focus from year one premiums to 10-year projections depending on your advice and reason for cover. ASIC's microscope on premiums eroding super balances has made it even more important to project and be smarter with structuring. In addition, we are providing options for advisors to build an insurance portfolio and demonstrate real value in advice. At AIA, we have stepped, level, optimum, and term level. Term level allows the client to lock in an age-based level rate for a set period of either 5, 10, or 15 years, and is a great option where there is a specified need and term. This is great for business insurance or clients that would like higher premium stability. If the need for insurance extends the term, it will revert to a discounted stepped rate. Our level premiums are true level, and the slide illustrates the benefits of true level versus your traditional level cover. With true level, AIA calculates CPI rate increases based on your client's age next birthday at inception, rather than their age at the date of the increase. As a 35-year-old, if I take out a level policy today, when my policy goes through renewal in 15 years, the CPI will be calculated at a 35-year-old's rates and not a 50-year-old, meaning I can continue to accept CPI increases and keep my insurance benefit relative to the cost of living. What does this mean? It means I can get longer term cover without eroding retirement savings. Optimum premiums are a premium option which combines upfront cost effectiveness of step premiums with the consistency and longer term savings of level premiums. They work by commencing on a step premium, and at a predetermined time, the premium automatically converts to level premiums, which can be seen illustrated by the green line. They suit clients aged 35 to 50 with short-term cash flow needs with a longer-term need of cover. When it comes to structuring, it is crucial to have the flexibility of a product to match your advice, clients' needs, and CIS regulations. Our Maximiser feature allows clients to be covered for TPD own occupation while paying for the majority of cover through super. We also offer a TPD standalone benefit inside super, which is great for young clients or clients with a lower life insurance requirement, saving the client paying for unwanted or unrequired cover. Super Extras allows clients to take income protection inside super without concerns about any benefits being trapped in the super environment due to CIS regulation with pre-disability earnings, along with being able to access ancillary benefits which are not allowed to be held within the super environment. With the purchase of CommInsure, we have opened the door to greater options provided by the Commonwealth Bank. For example, AIA's new repayment relief benefit. This benefit can be attached to lump sum cover and provides cover for up to 3 months mortgage payments in the event of involuntary unemployment. AIA Vitality is the market leader in health and wellness programs and is unique to AIA. According to the World Health Organization, there are 4 controllable lifestyle behaviors: physical inactivity, poor nutrition, smoking, and excess alcohol, which lead to non-communicable diseases such as cancer, diabetes, respiratory, and heart disease. Non-communicable diseases are responsible for over 90% of deaths in Australia. 90% is a huge portion of the population to lose their lives to non-communicable diseases, but it doesn't have to be like this. And the AIA Vitality Program identifies ways to be kinder to your body and adjusting your habits, routines, and indulgences accordingly. The Vitality program is points-based and has three key parts, being the activities and points associated, whether it be getting a health check, going to the dentist, or attending a gym, the rewards, and also the interaction with premiums. The program provides real benefits and rewards in the form of vouchers and discounts with our partners and cheaper insurance. It leads to a healthier, happier client base for AIA and our advice network, along with providing benefits to advisors such as increased client acquisition and retention. At AIA, we are continually evolving, which is proven by the addition of AIA private health insurance, completing the combination of health, life, and well-being, and providing incentives to clients to be a part of each in the form of premium discounts. There are many factors that determine a client's happiness, such as financial, family, community, money, and health. Each individual factor not only contributes to overall happiness, but impacts on each other. At AIA, we want to encourage not only financial security in time of need, but a healthier, happier life along the way. A unique and market-leading product is essential. However, advisor support is the glue that helps us work together. AIA Australia are the only insurer to be #1 for new business with NMG without owning distribution. We have done this by having a great product underpinned by our relationships with advisors built on service. Ease of doing business is our priority. Our AMP North Business Growth Hub allows advisors to access a multitude of useful links and documents, from contact lists to PDSs and advisor guides, as well as access to our advisor site where you can run a quote and apply for cover. Our TECE team or technical team provides advisor support and technical knowledge and is a valuable resource when providing complex advice. We have a highly experienced team who are available at tece@aia.com for all technical inquiries, along with being able to present specialist topics to you and your business. A crucial and very topical service is around our educational support for advisors. This is in the form of face-to-face and soon to be released online training facility and ongoing FASIA ethics exam workshops held in partnership with Kaplan. When it comes to ease of doing business, our flexible application options allow you to tailor the client experience and ensure applications are completed in a compliant and effective manner. Whether you prefer paper applications or online, we cater for you. Our online applications can be done in your office with the client, via our tele underwriting team, or by the client in the comfort and privacy of their home using Client Complete. As covered earlier, AIA provides you with unique cover options and benefits that match your advice and ensure clients are supported when they need it most. Whether it's cover for casual workers through IP Essentials and Universal TPD, or covering the family with family protection and our school fee protector benefit, you can have comfort, your clients are covered. Given the advice profession has been through significant change and had its challenges over the past couple of years, we need to be ahead of the changing legislation and market trends. Regardless of the outcome from the Royal Commission and insurance commissions, we understand that there will be increased margin pressure for advice businesses, highlighting the need for automation. This will be done through enhancing our systems with DocuSign, along with accepting amended terms over the phone to reduce delays and deliver a seamless process to ensure policies are issued quicker and easier. We are continually listening to our clients and evolving to ensure our offering not only meets the needs of your business today, but also supports you in the future by being thought leaders and being on the front foot with products, service, and process. I would like to take the opportunity to thank you for your time today and encourage you to reach out to your AIA Client Development Manager to answer any questions you have. If you are unsure of your contact, please call 1800 033 490 option 3 to speak with our sales support team. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. That was absolutely brilliant. We've had some great questions coming in. And before I pass over to Bo and Stanley at TAL, one of the questions that's coming through quite frequently is the ability to be able to transfer cover. Yes, you will be able to do that, but for terms and details on that, please refer to your AIA and TAL BDMs. Now, without further ado, I will now pass over to Bo at TAL to continue with proceedings.
Thank you, Stephen, and welcome to everyone this afternoon. It's a great pleasure to be here and to really celebrate the partnership that we have with TAL and MyNorth, two innovative products and solutions for advisors and their customers. And as part of that partnership, we're really excited today to talk to you about the TAL proposition, how we are working in partnership with North and the advisors and their customers. For those that don't know a bit about us, I'll talk about TAL's history, where we've come from. There's a lot of change happening in the insurance market today. I have Stanley October also here to talk about our award-winning product, our approach to health, which is quite, we think, unique in the market, and also some of the dedicated support for advisors as they go through some of the changes that are occurring in the industry. We've been a leader in supporting advisors with their education and training, and we'll talk a little bit about what those options are through the TAL Risk Academy. So a little bit about TAL. Our humble origins actually started in 1869 through a life insurance business that was in New Zealand. The government life insurance office was created. And through that time, through different businesses that we've bought, TAL was actually on the Australian Stock Exchange in 2011. A little unknown fact that some of you may or not be aware of is that the TAL name was actually our ASX ticker code. That was when we were on the stock exchange. And that was taken into fruition when we left the Australian Stock Exchange. In 2015, TAL then also reached a pretty amazing milestone of $1 billion in claims, where we've actually really demonstrated our ability to support customers in the time of need. And it's a business that we continue to work with and support advisors through with their customers at claim time. So more than 150 years experience, trusted by over 4 million Australians, and currently growing to about 3.8 billion in force. And I'll show you some of the growth trajectories in the market and how TAL's performing. Also for us, the importance of the Dai-ichi Life relationship in Japan cannot be understated. Dai-ichi has been a partner of TAL for a long time and has been very supportive of our business within Australia. Such things as the acquisition of Astron Life would demonstrate to you their capital investment into the Australian market and their long-term view. And even as we go through this disruption in the market that we're seeing through the advisor channels, they are continuing looking at ways to invest and support our business. And having that scale and support behind us is really important to future product initiatives and technology that we'll invest in the Australian market and bring for advisors and customers to bear. I spoke a little bit about our in-force. This just gives you a look at the Australian market today by NMG, which is a consulting firm that looks at the breakdown of in-force in the Australian market. And you'll see that TAL's business makes up about 23% share of wallet within the Australian market. We now have, with the Astron acquisition, about $1.4 billion in force in the advised market, and as I mentioned before, 3.8 billion through the overall group direct bank and IFA businesses. For us, what's really pleasing is, as you'll see on the far right, year on year, actually the industry has been shrinking 5%, but we've been able to maintain some growth of about 1% with a large in-force book of business, which is really pleasing for not only advisors but their customers as well. Scale is important, and we continue to invest in our business, and for advisors using the North platform, we have over 1,000 employees that work within our retail business. We have offices in every capital city around Australia, Our underwriting teams are based in each of those offices, so please feel free to reach out and build a relationship not only with your sales regional manager team, but also with your underwriting counterparts within those businesses. And within our retail claims team, we also have about 67 people supporting clients with return to work and health through our claims support services. Stanley's going to talk a little bit more about our connection to health and the approach we've taken through HealthSense and HealthSense Plus. But I did think it was worth just highlighting the approach that we've taken in relation to supporting customers with their health. And we very much have a holistic view of how health should be viewed for insurance, be that incorporating the physical, the mental, and the financial element. We really do aim to support customers in their partnership with advisors at their time of need and go beyond what it takes really to get them back to a state of health and well-being. TAL was one of the first life companies to really build out their in-house health services team, and as an example of that, we're actually one of the first in the industry to appoint a head of mental health, Glenn Baird. We also have built out a partnership with the medical fraternity that's helped us with our design, underwriting, product definitions in relation to what we take to market. And one of the things we launched recently is our Specialist Medical Advisory Board, and that's at the forefront of medical thinking around benefits for customers and partners. And that board currently helps us share updates on medical advances, clinical protocols, and approach to our product underwriting and claims. And you'll also see there just some of the brands that we've partnered with within the medical fraternity support with return to work, whether that's through support through mental health, whether that be through rehabilitation. So it's more than just a flyer, it's actually something that the people when they're going through claims can actually delve into and get deep support from our claims team and our medical team as well. Like every insurer, the rubber hits the road when we pay claims. This looks at some statistics from 2018, and last year we paid about 1.6 billion in claims. To update that figure actually for 2019, if you were to take the Astron book of business that we acquired, we've actually just paid out $2.3 billion worth of claims in the calendar year 2019. And in just over October to December, in the last quarter, we paid over $620 million in claims to 21,000 customers. So a big business that's well supported, but also delivering on the promise of looking after customers at their time of need. A little tool just to bring that to life for the advisors is one of the things that we offer is the TAL Reality Checker. It's easy to talk about those big numbers and how we support customers at their time of need. But I would encourage you all at some point after this webinar to talk to your sales people about our claims reality checker. It allows you to essentially look at different cohorts of age, gender, and insurance type based on the TAL book and what we've paid in claims, and really give you a great picture of the sort of money that's paid out in relation to contributions and causes of claims. We see a lot of advisors using this tool now to bring the policy to life, to include in statements of advice and illustrate for clients at different ages and benefits what sort of claims are paid from our business. So definitely a really simple tool that we have, but something you can incorporate into your advice process. So that gives you an idea about our business and where we're going and what we're doing. I'm just now going to hand over to Stanley October. Stanley is in our product team. He's going to take you through a bit of a deep dive on our product philosophy and our product Accelerate Protection.
Thank you, Bo. So what I'm going to do is for the next few moments, I'm going to take you guys through some of the things that makes Accelerate Protection unique. So for you guys who are history buff, it's one for you. We launched Accelerate Protection back in August 2009. Last year, we celebrated its 10th year anniversary. And since 2009, we've done 14 product upgrades, and we've passed them all back using our guaranteed upgrade and to all our Accelerate Protection customers, because what we want to do is want to keep as many customers on the same terms and conditions as possible. Last time I checked, about 83 to 85% of our in-force book are within the Accelerated Protection product range. Okay, so just a few things to kick off with AP, as it's commonly known. So as I mentioned, the guaranteed upgrade feature already. So it has comprehensive cover option, and sickness and injury are covered under our interim cover. For life insurance, there's a couple of options: business insurance option and premium relief option. And for TPD, you can, there's some flexibility there. You can have it attached, which means it's under the same policy ownership, link different policy ownership, or have it as standalone. There's buyback option, there's double TPD option. We also have an inbuilt benefit called cover continuation benefit. What it does is it allows your customers to continue their TPD beyond the age of 65 to age 70 under any occupation definition, which means for those white-collar professional who works longer, they're allowed, they basically can continue their TPD to age 70 under any occupation definition. For income protection, we have three different contracts. You have the IP Super. Surprisingly, you can only get it for when you have it inside Super, and you can super link it for with using our standard or premier income protection contract. And there's a few different options as well you can add on into the IP policy. So you have increasing claims option, accident benefit option, or retirement protection option. So some of the market leading features that I would like to highlight for those three benefits. For life insurance, we're proud to say that we're the only insurers who have a guaranteed level premium to age 65 or 70 under our life insurance contract. We also have a built-in guaranteed future insurability benefit for both personal events and business events. This is available on all our lump sum benefits, so that will be life insurance and TPD insurance, as well as our critical illness benefits. Repatriation benefits, so if your customers pass away if the death occurs outside of Australia, the advancement benefit we will increase it to a maximum of 35,000 from 25,000. And for TPD insurance, I think there's a few different things that make extra protection unique. First one was we have a generous advancement benefit where we pay up 25% up to 500,000 on partial payment if the customers suffer loss of sight in one eye or a single limb. I mentioned the flexible structure as well, attach, link, or standalone. And there's also the option of super linking where you have the any occupation paid through My Super, and the own occupation paid from the customer's cash flow. We also have what we call a home duties definition that is incorporated into our any occupation definition. So for your customers who are currently working, but maybe in the future decide to have a family, they don't require to apply for a new definition. Everything is incorporated into the any occupation, which allows them to move in and out of workforce without changing the definition, because everything is bundled into the one definitions already. And for income protection, we have the best pre-disability earning in the market, with taking into account the best 12 months out of the last 3 years prior to disability. Market leading critical illness option where we pay 6 times the monthly benefit on top of your monthly benefit. So effectively, you get a lump sum and your monthly benefit if you qualify for it. There's no total disability requirement during the waiting period for your customers. This applies for both white-collar workers and blue-collar workers. And our retirement protection option will allow your customers to cover up to 85% replacement ratio. So why platform super or why not super? Because there's a few. For obviously, the first one would be the big one, cash flow savings for your customers who currently have difficulty of paying the insurance through their cash flow. They're able to pay it through their super. And if they require pension strategy, if you have it through a My Super, it allows them to having the insurance bundled with the platform will allow them to that benefits or TPD benefit paid as a lump sum pension or maybe a combination or two. And the big thing is administrative simplicity. Instead of dealing with multiple trustees, you just have to deal with one trustee, minor trustee, and you only need to complete one nomination forms. So Bo already mentioned about our approach to health and wellness. So one thing that we are most proud of was our TAL Health Sense program. This was launched back in December 2015. So what it is it is designed with our health partnership and with the help of our in-house health services. It gives discounts to people or to clients whose BMI falls between 19 and 28. And depending on the combination of benefits, your customers can obtain discount between 5 to up to 15% discount. And what makes it unique is it's a very simple proposition. There's no extra forms. At application stage, if your client's BMI falls between 19 to 28, they'll get the discount. There's no annual fee or ongoing checks. We just require the height and weight at application, and the discount stays in place for life. So there's no requirement to, as I mentioned before, to pay an annual fee or doing an ongoing check just to keep the discount on the policy. So at the current stage, last time I checked, about 75% of our accelerated protection policies qualify for our health sense discount. So some shape or form, could be 7.5%, could be 15%, but 75% of our AEP policy customers do qualify for this discount. And last year, we've launched the next evolution of our health sense program. We call it Health Sense Plus. And you know that the Cancer Council says over 50% of all cancers could be avoided with a combination of healthy lifestyle and regular screening. So that's why we believe in rewarding people when they're proactively managing their health, because there are a clear benefit. It can prevent conditions occurring, facilitate early detection, and reduce the complication of unknown conditions. This is where Health Sense Plus comes in. Some of the benefits of Health Sense Plus for advisors could be, it could start a new conversation with your customers or with clients, and you can play a bigger role in their health, and obviously build a stronger relationships, because you will start taking interest into their health, making sure they're taking their preventative healthcare, and making premiums more affordable. Who doesn't like a discount, right? So I'll take you through the next slides and how the discount works, and hopefully it will improve your client retention as well. So how does the discount works with Health Sense Plus? We only require 3 simple steps. One, prior to the policy anniversary, we will send your customers an email with a reminder or an offer for them to do the preventative health check and to see if they qualify for Health Sense Plus. So they need to go see their GP, do a preventative screening test, provide the evidence of the test via the online portal. Now, the key thing is we don't need to know the result. We only need to know that you've seen a GP and you've talked about getting a preventative health test. So it could be a referral from the GP or receipt from the medical center. Confirm that their BMI is between 19 to 28, and then they will receive a 5% discount on their lump sum policies for the next 2 years. So every 2 years, we'll ask your customers to revalidate. This is just to encourage them to regularly see their GP to do a preventative health test and making sure that everything is fine. If you add the 5% with the maximum 15% of the health sense discount that they may be able to get at the application stage, it could mean an up to 20% discount for your customers. With our tele-interview or tele-underwriting service, a couple of things that I want to highlight. First one is it's an online self-service booking. So you can do it yourself, book the time that your customers can do it. And we have basically a longer operating hours for our tele-interview service, where it's 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every working day. And your customers can choose at any time between this time period. One thing I forgot to mention as well, though, with our Health Sense Plus, it was designed in partnership with the Royal Australian College of GP. So what it means is all the preventative tests that we will mention in the email is based on the recommendation. And for future design, what we're looking to do is also personalize the email and the tests that we will ask them to do to reflect their health history of what they've disclosed at an underwriting stage. So I'm gonna pass back to Bo now, just to wrap up and explain what we're doing with the Risk Academy.
Thanks, Stanley. Hopefully that gave everyone a bit of an insight into our product features and benefits, but also a bit of the philosophy behind our product design. And really we've focused on simplicity for clients and also for advisors, and also bringing the best of the medical fraternity to our support for customers, not only at claim time, but also through how they might manage their health through preventive measures. Just to close out today, we just wanted to highlight for those advisors that weren't across the TAL Risk Academy, the offer that we have available for those who are new to the relationship with TAL. The Risk Academy has been our education platform that we've been investing heavily over the last 6 years to support advisors as they go through what is probably unprecedented change in the industry, be that through training, education, or regulatory requirements. And for those that haven't seen the Risk Academy before, apologies, which is a bit of an interruption there. For those that hadn't seen the Risk Academy before, the courses themselves is released every year. We just released our new prospectus in 2020. And just to give you an idea of some of the workshops we run, we have to date over 27,000 course enrolments and 8,000 advisors have been through our training and development. The courses each year are refreshed, and we led the market last year with what was probably one of our most successful initiatives in the FASIA masterclasses that will run around Australia, and maybe some of the existing users of Meinhof may have attended those, but for those that didn't, they're a half-day masterclass we run in all our capital cities. They have greatly helped advisors to get through the FASIA exam. We go through workbooks and scenarios of the exam and what the requirements are. It's delivered a lot of peace of mind to advisors as they undergo the studies that they need to undertake. And that's just one of the examples of the things that we are doing within the course to support the advisors and the community to get through their training and education. A big thing for us too is obviously the Academy. For the masterclass, we only ask advisors to donate $50, but that does go to charity. So since launching the Academy, we've raised nearly close to $500,000. And last year was a stellar year. We raised over $200,000 to go to our charitable partner, ABCN, that helps disadvantaged children in their education needs. Courses for this year and what we're looking to do to support the advisor community. We are still running our FASIA masterclasses. We have about 25 that are being run between February and April of this year, and others later on in the year. So again, reach out to your sales team and have a conversation about availability, because they are quite hard to get into, but definitely worth the effort. We've had fantastic feedback on how they are presented and being used by the advisor community. We have 40 on-demand courses that have been updated. So again, if you need your education support and training, log on to the TAL Advisor Centre and you can get on-demand courses. We also have new courses in relation to navigating the Code of Ethics, which will kick off in June, which is very topical for advisors. And also one that probably advisors are starting to think about as they move through the changes is the professional year and how you can integrate that into your practice. So we have a program of work to support their practices with approaching the professional year and any new advisors that we'd like to come into the industry to onboard. I'd also probably highlight too that there's some great business topics that we've brought keynote speakers or presenters in this year. So you'll find a lot about how to value your financial planning business, meet your degree requirements, as well as how to have a profitable financial planning business and what that looks like. So very much the course is product agnostic. It has numerous streams, being if you're new to risk insurance through the essentials part of our course, right through to the advice and obviously the master classes that we run throughout the year. But also make sure you have a look at the business management courses that we've built out with third parties, because there's some great material there to support you with growing your business, be that through valuation, pricing, or also through marketing. So I might close it off there and say thank you to everyone. We've covered off TAL's position, our product, and value that we deliver through the Academy. Happy to take any questions that may have come from the audience.
Okay, there's been some great questions that are coming through. As you're actually on the microphone at the moment there, Bo, questions that I've had that have come through quite regularly regarding TAL have been, I've heard some great things about your FASIA classes. What are you doing this year?
Yeah, so they've actually kicked off this year already, our classes. We have been running them around the country since about February, and we have, I think it was 24 to 25 classes that are being run between February and April. They've all been refreshed to update with any of the new requirements, and we have more classes that are planned for later on in the year. So essentially, at the moment, last year ran 60. We've invested in another 40 for this year. I can see us probably having to maybe even grow that further again from that side of things. And I'll probably highlight there's not just the masterclass that you'd come to. There's also we run a FASIA update and webinar for those that attend our classes. So if there's any changes, any updates to the materials, advisors can log in and also hear from David and Scott Glenn, who are in our technical team. So for those who are interested to register, as I said, positions are pretty tight, but reach out to our local sales team. Make sure you've actually registered for the TAL Risk Academy. That can be found through logging onto the TAL Advisor Centre and registering with your advisor code. Because we have the FASIA masterclasses, but as I said, there's a range of other masterclasses and support material for your practice and your support staff as well.
Thanks, Bo. And one other question just regarding those classes. How do you, what's the best way to actually, for the audience to access those classes?
Yeah, if you go into the TAL Advisor Centre and the Risk Academy link, you'll actually see a list of all the dates in your state. And by registering directly, you'll be able to get access to where there's spots available. And as I said, probably February, March has been quite busy. But then also please speak to our sales team. They always know of people that may not be able to make it or withdraw. And if there's any opportunities to put you on a waiting list or make sure you're there for the next round, we're happy to facilitate that.
Awesome, thanks, Bo. In the interest of, well, we're doing pretty well for time. I will now pass over to Michael from AIA because we've got a couple of questions regarding them. Okay, so the question I have from AIA, which has been coming through quite frequently, has there been any recent updates to the Vitality program?
Thanks, Steve. Yes, since its launch in 2014, we're continuously evolving the program for the Australian market in regards to not only the features of the product and how it interacts with the insurance product, but also the partners. One to note is our new partnership with Terry White Chemists. This allows our clients to get free health checks once a year to stay on top of their health through Terry White. This is in addition to partnering with Ticketmaster, Apple, Uber and Uber Eats. So clients can now get vouchers weekly with these partners, along with the addition of Virgin Australia and Singapore Airlines. Our clients can now fly anywhere in the world with Singapore for half price if they're on our platinum status, which is a great benefit. In regards to premium discounting, we now offer a 17.5% discount on lump sum policies and 7.5% discount on income protection.
Awesome, that's great. And just out of curiosity, in terms of people that policyholders that entered into the Vitality program, have you seen any change in terms of their behaviour as a result of this, the benefits of the program?
Yes, we're now seeing advisors and clients becoming advocates for the program. This allows them to have a deeper conversation with the client, but also helps change the conversation. Clients are seeing the tangible benefits of the program, along with improvements in health, purely by bringing forward just their knowledge of their own health. So we're not asking clients to go run a marathon. We're not asking them to go into the gym every day. We're just asking the clients to make small incremental changes that will improve their health in the long term. From a financial benefit for advisors, we're seeing a 30% reduction in lapse rates for clients that are engaged. So not only clients are seeing benefits, but our advisors are seeing a financial benefit from this client engagement.
Awesome, thanks, Michael. I've got a great question here from Conrad. Are super death benefits paid to the fund or beneficiary? Conrad, they're actually paid to the trustee, the fund, and as a result of that, they would then be paid out to the beneficiary. One here from Scott. If paying your life TPD and IP premiums via MyNorth Super, is the client entitled to a 15% tax rebate? Yes, Scott, that rebate will actually be impacted on deductions to the My North fund, and the discount would actually go out through that way, as opposed to just a reduction in the actual premium in itself. But for more information on that, I can send you some further details. We've actually got 15 minutes spare, and in the interest of being a Friday, let's give you that 15 minutes back. I really want to thank you for your time today. I want to thank Michael, Bo, and Stanley from AIA and from TAL as well. Really appreciate the value that you brought to North, and really looking forward to working with you in the future. And to everyone online, have a great weekend.